Our world is becoming more interconnected every day. Because of this, studying abroad is a very important experience for students to have. The Study Abroad Office offers programs in 80 countries worldwide. This is an opportunity for students to have a once-in-a-lifetime experience overseas. Let's hear about what studying abroad is really like. With me here is Craig Harrison, who studied in China last year. So why China, Craig?
Well, I've always wanted to study abroad, and my major is East Asian Studies, so I thought China would be a really great place to see and experience some of the things I've been studying up until now.
So you thought that the study abroad program in China matched your academic goals. Then how are the classes there?
Well, I took 2 full semesters of classes at a university in Beijing, and all the courses I took transferred back home to credit in my major. So as far as classes go, it was a lot less difficult than I had anticipated. In fact, it was quite easy.
That's good.
Yeah, it was.
You know, when students ask me about the study abroad program, they often want to know about where they're going to live. Was housing something you worried about?
Well, prior to leaving for Beijing, I planned to live in the dorms there, but I actually ended up living with a host family instead, which the study abroad offices here on campus arranged for me.
So you're saying the study abroad office organized your homestay. How was that?
It was incredible. I learned so much about Chinese culture. My Mandarin language skills improved quickly because my host family didn't speak much English. Getting to know them was one of the best aspects of my time in China.
If I understand you correctly, you're saying homestays are a great way to learn local language.
Definitely. Homestays really help you to get to know the local culture, too.
Then was there anything that surprised you about the culture?
A lot, actually. You know, I had read a lot about Chinese culture before going to China, but I don't think I began to really understand it until I went there and experienced it myself.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. I learned that when you're a guest in someone's home and the person offers you food, even if you want it, it's polite to say you don't want it 2 or even 3 times before you accept it.
Wow, so let me make sure I understand. If someone offers me something in China, I should refuse it several times before I accept it because not doing so could be considered impolite?
Yes, you should refuse it about 2 or 3 times. For me, learning about these cultural customs really improved my understanding of China and the people there.
Right. Now, I know that the format for each study abroad program includes trips, events, and other opportunities. What was one of the highlights of your program?
Well, of course, walking the Great Wall and seeing the Forbidden City were great parts of my program. But to be honest, the best part was walking around and exploring the smaller back streets of Beijing called hutongs. I like seeing everyday life on the streets and being in the middle of the sights, the sounds, and smells of the markets. Everything was so different to me. People were curious about me too, so that made it fun.
Seems like you had a very positive experience. So how would you assess your overall time in China and your program?
Very highly. It was something I'll never forget. You know, I made a lot of good friends in China. I got to study Mandarin where it's really spoken, and I did and saw a lot of really cool things in a foreign country. You know, living abroad helped me mature as a person. So it was great.
Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts on your time in China with us, Craig. And for those of you interested in studying abroad, the Study Abroad Office will be giving presentations and consultations this Friday, starting at 6 o'clock in the Student Union Building.